Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know a lot of you are still trying to eat healthy and keep our New Year's resolutions, and usually by the end of January, it gets harder and harder. So I wanted to give you 2 meals today that will help you cook once and eat twice. So I'm going to show you a really simple dinner recipe, and then you're going to use the leftovers for a simple and healthy lunch. So let's begin with the vegetables. And right now, all of the rainbow cauliflower is coming into season, and I just think it is so beautiful. So this is real easy. There's hardly even any measurements. You're going to love this. Because basically we are using our sheet pan as our guide. And once the tray is filled up, then stop, because you want to make sure you don't crowd the tray, because they're going to roast better if you give them just a little bit of room. Okay, so the secret to roasting all of these different vegetables at the same time is to cut them a little bit differently depending upon their density. So the cauliflower is probably going to cook the quickest, so we are going to keep it the largest. There we go. Probably like, something like that. The funny thing is it doesn't really taste any different than regular cauliflower, so it's just the color. But you have to imagine, with all this color, there must be a ton of nutrients in it. Our next vegetable is our sweet potatoes. So I typically use 4 of these small sweet potatoes here. If you can only get the big kind, then just use 2. I've peeled them, and now I'm going to chop them. The best way to go is to chop them like little cubes like this. This is the most dense vegetable you're going to use, so it'll probably take the longest to cook. But if you keep them small, they'll cook a lot quicker and catch up to the cauliflower. Okay, now our third power vegetable, Brussels sprouts, which are quite tasty when roasted. So if you don't really like Brussels sprouts, I promise you'll like them this way. If you're able to get the large Brussels sprouts, you can just cut off the little ends there and then cut them in half and then cut them in quarters. That way they'll also cook at the same rate as the other vegetables. And if there's any cut side of the vegetable, make sure that you put that down. That way that it'll just get nice and crispy. All set. Isn't that pretty? Look how beautiful. They say eat the rainbow when you're trying to eat better, and I think we've definitely got that covered. So we're going to be roasting these vegetables at 475 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a pretty high temperature. That's why I like the avocado spray, because it has a low smoke point. So you're not going to smoke up your oven like you might with olive oil. Then we're going to season with a little bit of salt and pepper. And then one other thing I like to add to this is a little bit of turmeric. So if you haven't cooked with turmeric before, it actually doesn't have like a very strong flavor. It has a nice savory flavor profile, but has a ton of health benefits. And I'll leave you a link in the description if you want to know what they are. So I just sort of put it in a lot of things that I'm cooking where it doesn't really matter. People aren't going to taste it, just to get the health benefits, right? We got to get it where we can get it. Toss these up to make sure that they're coated with all the seasoning and the oil. Give them a shake, and then in they go, 475 for about 20 minutes or so. While our veggies are in the oven, now we can prepare our salmon. So I have 4 salmon fillets, so I'm gonna cook 2 for dinner and then save the other 2 for lunch. So if you're trying to feed more than 2 people, you can definitely cook more salmon. And then all we're gonna do is season our salmon with a little bit of salt and a little bit of freshly cracked pepper. And then you want to heat a nonstick skillet. So I have to say, I recently just discovered the green pan. I know, where have I been? Everybody's been using them. But my nonstick skillets were starting to chip. You know when that happens? And I just thought, ooh, this is not good. So I got these. Aren't they snazzy? It comes in a set, Food 52. I'll leave you the link if you want to know where to get one. But I'm telling you, I love them, and the colors are so pretty. With the fancy gold handle, isn't it nice? The thing with these pans is you don't need to put a lot of oil in it. In fact, they say not to use the spray on these pans because it can leave a residue, so I'm not going to do that. I am going to use just a little bit of coconut oil, just because I love to sear fish like this in coconut oil, because you just get the best color on it. So we are just going to put like maybe a half a teaspoon. And we want to make sure that the pan gets really hot, and these pans heat up pretty quickly, so it won't take long. All right, so here we go with our fish. So this is a 12-inch skillet, so I am going to be able to fit my 4 pieces in here. And you just want to have the skin side go up. So the flesh side goes down, just to get a nice sear. Okay, and then go ahead and sort of peek under it, and you can start to see it becoming golden brown. That's when you can flip it. But see, look at the beautiful color. It's really the combination of the coconut oil and the green pan. I just think it works so well to get a beautiful sear. And see, no sticking. It's like unbelievable. Okay, then at this point, I like to pop it in the oven just to finish cooking, just so that it'll cook in a softer, more gentle heat in the oven than something that's really intense and directional like the cooktop. So it only is going to take about 3 to 4 minutes, just until it's pink and fully cooked inside. Okay, dinner is ready. So one thing I do like to do is cut an orange in half. I have blood oranges here, but you can use Cara Cara oranges or even just a regular navel oranges. And then you just want to squeeze a little bit of the juice on top of the fish. I find when you're trying to eat healthy and you want a little bit of a sauce, but you don't want something too fattening, a little bit of citrus goes a long way, especially with fish. Then I'm going to save the other half of the blood orange and I'm going to put it in a little container because we're going to use that tomorrow for our salad dressing. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. So then you can plate up your fish. Grab it. This one looks delicious. And then you can add a little bit of freshly chopped chives on top of the fish. Then you want to put some of these beautiful vegetables on the side. And then here's the even better part. The next day for lunch, watch how easy this is. So get yourself a big salad bowl and then get your triple washed greens. I'm using spinach because I think it's a great combination with the salmon. And another great combination with spinach is a little bit of goat cheese. Just a spoonful. And then a few pine nuts, which is also really good with the goat cheese and the spinach. And then we have our beautiful roasted vegetables all ready to go. And you can spoon some of those in. There's something really great about chilled roasted vegetables in a salad. So yummy. If you did want to add a raw vegetable, I would highly recommend some cucumber because I think it's a great combination with the salmon. Okay, then for our gorgeous salmon, I think the best way to cut salmon like this that's already cooked is just with 2 forks. Just kind of pull it apart. That will just preserve the flakiness of the fish. I think it looks pretty when it's kind of nice rustic chunks. Now, could this get any more delicious? Yes, it can. There's more. So now we have the fabulous salad. We need a fabulous dressing. That's just as easy. You're going to take about a tablespoon of just Dijon mustard. Then we're going to use the other half of the blood orange. Really, any kind of acid. You can use citrus juice, you can use vinegar, but I find with the fish, it's such a delicate protein that you want a very light dressing, and this is going to create such a beautiful combination of flavors with the fish. Okay, then we are going to add a little bit of grapeseed oil. So I typically do about 6 tablespoons there, and I just kind of keep going until I get enough dressing. So as you add more oil, it'll sort of take the flavors down a little bit. So if you taste it and you think it's too tart, just keep adding more oil. There we go, that looks pretty good. And then you can go back to the chives that you had last night, snip some more, and you can add that to the dressing as well. You can also add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and basically that's it. Your dressing is done. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed these recipes. I hope it makes your life a little bit easier. But not to worry, we'll have some sweet treats come February because, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up and we got to do chocolate, something, right? All right, you guys, let me know if you like this format, and if so, we'll do some more. Until next time, bye.